welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys about 17 facts about the Haitian Revolution. If you like history, you like Haiti, you know Mr. GJ, so please watch this video till the end and don't forget to like and press the notification bell and subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to share. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. You are on PPC, where I make video about people, places, and culture. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing now. My name is Mr. GJ. I'm from Haiti. I live in Taiwan. The Republic of Haiti has the worst revolution in history. Was it the worst? Has the best revolution in history. If you want to know more, stay tuned. Watch till the end. In the 18th centuries, Haiti lived under the control of France as its wealthiest overseas colony, mainly because of its production of sugar, coffee, indigo, and cotton. Its people also served as the enslaved labor force for a long time, about 125 long years. There were 30,000 free black people on the island in 1789. On the other hand, there were half million slaves. The Haitian Revolution began on August 14, 1791 by a man called Bookman, who organized a voodoo ceremony telling the slaves if they die for the freedom, they will be resurrected in Africa. Bookman played a psychological game in the mind of the slaves so that they could fight to be free. At that point of time, the slaves started to rebel because they know that if they either they are free here or they die and they go back to live in Africa. So they started by burning out all the plantations and started all out rebellion. This ceremony played a very important role in the freedom of the slave many years later. On August 16, 1791, some slave men started to set fire on plantations, but eventually told the masters the plan the slave had with Bookman to lead this revolution. The white planters couldn't believe it. On August 22nd, 1791, so the real revolution started. The slaves started setting fire on the whole north part of Hispaniola, the island called Hispaniola. Now, at that point, Hispaniola or Saint-Domingue. Toussaint Louverture didn't take part of the early stage of the rebellion. Toussaint Louverture joined them 2 weeks later, about September, the beginning of September of 1791. He became a doctor and the commander of a small regiment. Toussaint Louverture was a free man at the age of 33. He worked with his former masters, he earned a salary and then owned his own coffee plantation with a few enslaved men working in it. In 1792, he became a leader of an increasingly formal alliance between the Black rebellion and the Spanish. He trained his men in the guerrilla tactics and the European style of war. The rebels allied themselves with the Spanish first, but when the new French regime abolished slavery on February 4th, 1794, Toussaint Louverture led the fight against the Spanish. He learned to fight from the Spanish and led the fight against them. On July 7, 1801, Toussaint Louverture helped create the first constitution of the island, Hispaniola, and he became Governor General for life of the whole island with absolute powers. The constitution was to abolish slavery and to reform land ownership. After the constitution was written, French military and political leader Napoleon Bonaparte heard that Toussaint Louverture wanted to overthrow the French regime. So he decided to send 20,000 soldiers led by General Charles Emmanuel Leclerc to take over the island and restore slavery on the island. The General Toussaint Louverture led charge against this force. The fighting began in 1801 and lasted until 1803. On May 6, 1802, Toussaint Louverture rode to Cap Français, and at this point called Cap Français, but now called Cap Haitian, where I'm from, my city, and he discussed with them a treaty of amnesty. So that's supposed to end the war, but it didn't. After the treaty of amnesty was signed, Toussaint Louverture decided to take refuge to Henry to just retire there. But Leclerc asked Jean-Jacques Dessalines, a general from the Toussaint Louverture's army, to arrest Toussaint Louverture, but Jean-Jacques Dessalines refused. So the French took it upon themselves to arrest Toussaint Louverture and send him to France. Toussaint Louverture died in prison in France on April 7, 1803. The French tried to reassert Saint-Domingue, but Toussaint Louverture's former forces were led by Jean-Jacques Dessalines to fight, and the French were finally defeated in 1803. Even though the battle for independence ended on November 18, the independence was not proclaimed until January 1st, 1804 by General Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Capois Lamour. Haiti is the first black independent republic in the world. So after USA in the America, Haiti is the second independent country in America. Period. We did it. We made it. We can do it. You know, even after the war that we won, after the defeat of the French army on the island, but the independence of Haiti was not proclaimed until January 1st, 1804. So that's why our Independence Day is on January 1804. Why did they choose that date? I'm not sure. The day Haiti proclaimed its independence, which is January 1st, 1804, everybody was eating one thing, is pumpkin soup, okay? Because when they were slaves, they couldn't eat it. So that day, everybody was rejoicing because that's the freedom, that's the free day. Freedom is coming. Freedom was there forever. So that day they started eating pumpkin soup. On January 1st, 1804, Dessalines proclaimed the independence of the nation and renamed it Haiti, which means land of high mountains, taken from the indigenous language Taino. The Haitian Revolution brought new concept of human rights, universal citizenship, and participation in government. This slave rebellion likewise inspired similar revolutions like Grenada, Cuba, Jamaica, Colombia, Venezuela, and the South America in general, and later on in the decolonization of Africa in the 1960s. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please support my channel. Subscribe, like, and share this video, and let more people see and know about Haiti. Peace and love. May God bless you. You made it to the end of this video. I have a lot more you're gonna like to watch. So please subscribe and stay tuned.
Alright.